Hi everybody, this is Sweta Kannan, a yoga therapist living in Massachusetts and offering yoga therapy sessions across three places in Manchester, New Hampshire, Amherst, New Hampshire, and Bellerica, Massachusetts. Check out more information on my website at sdharma.com. In this video, I'm going to be talking about spiritual practices that have been feeding me. I got turned into these practices by watching a video by Subha Jain of the Sattvic Movement YouTube channel. I'm going to be providing a link to her video as well. In this video, I'm going to talk about how I am using the practices or how I've incorporated into my life. Um, what I have been happy about is I modify the teachings or add additions to or I integrate the different teachings that I have come across, and I get excited when they go together very well. So I'm going to be talking about sun gazing and also sunbathing, which is what Subha's link also talks about. So I do sun gazing for about 15 minutes. I usually do it just before sunset, and on the days when it's cloudy, I don't get to do it, but yeah, I just do it the next day. Um, I've tried at times to do it in the morning. The safety thing here is to do it either an hour in the first hour of sunrise or in the last hour of sunset. It's just easier for me to do it around sunset. So when you do it, you keep your feet on the ground. Your bare feet on the ground, and directly look at the sun for about 15 minutes. I use a timer app on my phone called Insight Timer. I also put my phone on airplane mode. And also, you can use your own body's signals. If you're more intuitive that way, you can listen to your body signals. That must be 15 minutes. So you don't have to be exact in that 15 minutes. And the reason for going barefoot is you get the benefits of earthing as well. And in addition to getting energy from the sun during sun gazing, you're also getting energy from the ground, which has been receiving direct sun rays for all those years, like thousands of years that it has been exposed to the sun's radiations. So I found this practice very energizing, and also what I've been excited about is I combined the mantra meditation practice that I have. I got inspiration for doing that by my teacher, Bhavani Lorraine Nelson at Kripalu. And I read this book called Healing Mantras by Thomas Ashley Ferrand, who has studied in depth the Sanskrit mantras, why we say it, and the beautiful meaning behind it. So the meaning is that you recite those mantras, which are nothing but different aspects or adjectives of the same God. So when you're calling that, when you're reciting that aspect, you're inviting that aspect of the divine. So I just want you to hear this out with an open mind. Even though so it is not as religious as it sounds. So it is kind of integrated into the Hindu religious practices, but this is what it actually means. So you can practice your own religion, but still recite a Sanskrit mantra to invite a particular aspect that you want to bring into your life. So what I do is during sun gazing, I pick up one of the mantras for the sun god and and recited the whole 15 minutes. Um, so I'm just going to talk about the different names and the proper way to say it in this video. And I'm also going to be recording 108 times of each of these mantras. So you can buy that if you want to, or you can just go about doing it yourself. So on the description, I will be writing out the different names and the different Sanskrit verses. These are going to be short verses consisting of 3 words. The first one is Om. Second one is the sun's name. So for example, the first one is going to be Nitraya, and the last word is going to be either Swaha or Namaha. So it seems the prescription is that you use Swaha if you're 29 years and older, and you use Namaha if you are younger than 25. So I'll go down the list. So you say, I say Om Mitraya Swaha if I want to invite the light of universal friendship. I say Om Ravaye Swaha if I want to invite the light of compelling radiance. I say Om Suryaya Swaha if I want to dispel darkness and ignorance. I say Om Banave Swaha to invite the shining principle of the sun. I say Om Kagaya Swaha to invite the all-pervading light. I say Om Pushne Swaha to invite the light of mystical fire. I say Om Hiranya Garbhaya Swaha to invite the golden colored healing light. I say Om Marichye Swaha to invite the obvious and subtle, light as at the dawn and dusk. I say Om Adityaya Swaha to invite the light of the sage, an aspect of Vishnu. I say Om Arkaya Swaha as the light that removes afflictions. In fact, this is my favorite go-to. Somehow in my psyche, this name of God, this name of Sun God has been entrenched. So I always say Om Arkaya Swaha. And then I say Om Bhaskaraya Swaha to invite the brilliance, the light of intelligence. So there you go. They are all the sun mantras that I use during sun gazing. There is actually another one that I use also. That's called that comes from the Taoist tradition. So it's an ancient word for God, and it goes by hue. So it's like if I say it on every exhale, so it goes like you. Um, so again, I'm going to be reciting all of these mantras 108 times, and they will be available as individual tracks that you can download. You can also just do it yourselves. I'm going to provide all the information on the description box below. And that brings us to the second topic, which is sun bathing, which is also a wonderful healing technique. And I would just let you go to Subha's video to get all the information about it. And I just want to summarize what I got from it. It's just to do it in the morning when the sun's radiation is not as intense. And growing up in India, growing up in South India and being dark complexion, I had this tremendous complex, which was based on how the society looked at me. I needed to protect myself from the sun. I needed to always wear some sort of a cloth barrier to my face to not let me go darker. And I'm so far removed from that complex, mainly from my maturity. And I'm also grateful for my whole experience living in United States, where I'm considered beautiful, and it was not the case where I grew up, or at least I didn't feel it. So instead of shying away from the sun, now I take 30-minute long sun baths, and 15 minutes on the front side and 15 minutes on the back. So she recommends doing that, like you lie down facing the sun and then lie on your back. There are at times we won't be able to lie on your tummy, like pregnant women cannot lie on their tummy. So one suggestion is to, I this is what I thought about. Like, I'm also going to be talking about women's health. So I would sit facing the sun with the knees on one side, and then I will, after 15 minutes, I would turn around and take the knees to the other side. So I am getting the sun's radiation evenly on both the sides, and I'm sitting on both the hips kind of evenly for those whole 30 minutes. So that's how I have modified the suggestion that Subha gives in her video. So check out both her video and mine. And I read a book. Sometimes I talk on the phone, but actually reading a book and disconnecting from all electronics is the better way to do it, because your times in connection with nature is better to keep it pure, because we are all always adulterating our life with digital devices. So as I make this video, I'm also making this resolve to disconnect from all devices and just be in the sun, either meditating the whole time or reading a book. So hope you enjoyed the video, and happy sun healing.